David Cornwell, the sports attorney, has been around this game for quite some time, now representing Ryan Braun, the NL MVP. Many people know is in a situation now with a banned substance. But thank you for coming in. Barry Bonds is not going to jail, is he?
No, he's not. Listen, you know, Barry may have been convicted in the court of public opinion about lying about steroids, but in Judge Ilston's court, he was charged with 3 charges of perjury. The jury deadlocked and the government dropped those charges. He's been convicted of obstruction of justice, which is being evasive to the grand jury. And while he may be the most high-profile defendant, he's convicted with the least serious of the charges.
I don't want to downplay this, but we were talking about this before we got on the air. The charge he was actually convicted of, compared to the perjury, is fairly insignificant.
It is insignificant, not only compared to the perjury, as you point out, but compared to what everybody else in the Balco case was convicted of. So while house arrest is a possibility, which is what federal probation officials have suggested, I don't even think that he's going to get home detention. He'll get some form of restrictive probation. He's not going to prison, and I guess in the mix is whether or not he'll have home detention.
Do judges ever, they're not supposed to, but do they ever feel pressure? This has been going on almost 10 years now. You're telling me the highest profile guy, all this money went into trying to go after, is just going to maybe get some community service, some probation, and that's it. What was all this for?
Well, that's a great question. I'm trying to figure that out as well. Look, they took what really is an issue for the fans. Fans could have voted with their pocketbooks and stopped going to baseball game, or an administrative violation, well, they didn't have a drug program or steroid program then, but it would be an administrative violation of a private business. This was high profile. I like Prosecutor Nedrow. I think Nowitzki's a good guy, but there was overstepping their bounds. Too much money was spent on this. It was a waste of government resources.
All right, we can't let you get out of here. Again, like I mentioned, you are representing Ryan Braun now. This would be a first if someone appealed one of these bans. This would be the first time ever that they were successful in an appeal. You think your client, Ryan Braun, the NL MVP, is going to be successful in appealing what has been now a positive test for some banned substance?
Well, I appreciate you not referring to me as the Tim Tebow of sports lawyers, but I have to tell you, the breathless coverage of Ryan's situation, I think, is frankly reprehensible. Confidentiality was breached here, and I think we will find, I fully expect to be able to demonstrate that Ryan did not violate the substance policy of Major League Baseball. And consequently, we shouldn't be dealing with this discussion at all, but at a minimum, I urge everybody to keep an open mind and give us the chance to make our case in private.
But you see why. This guy's a big deal in sports. We hear he could face a 50-game suspension. I mean, that's why people are talking about it, right? That's
well, actually, the reason people are talking about it is because somebody breached confidentiality. The public shouldn't even know about this yet. The only way you should know about it is if he's found to violate after the appeal process has been exhausted.
All right, we'll continue to check in with you on that one, all right?
Great to see you.
David Cornwell, always good to have you. Always good to chat with you. Thanks so much.